Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Kenya Defence Forces Weekly Bulletin, your trusted source for weekly updates on defense activities, from operational highlights to the latest developments at the Ministry of Defense. I am Sergeant Patience Asambu, and here are our top stories for tonight. President Ruto spearheads national campaign to restore Mau Forest. Defense Cabinet Secretary signs Defense Cooperation Agreement with France. KDF wraps up nationwide recruitment. Commander Kenya Army attends Land Forces Symposium in Rwanda. Kenya Navy intercepts drug dough in the Indian Ocean. And in sports, Difaba shines at Africa Boxing Championships. We begin with our first story for tonight, where the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, presided over the launch of the Mau Forest Complex Integrated Conservation and Livelihoods Improvement Program at Gasharage Forest, Kuresoi North.
President Ruto adopted 50 hectares of forest land under the Restoration Initiative, reaffirming the government commitment to environmental conservation and sustainable livelihoods. The 10-year program, led by the Ministry of Environment, seeks to restore 33,000 hectares of degraded land within the Mau ecosystem, Kenya's largest water catchment area. The Kenya Defence Forces, led by the Commandant Kenya Military Academy, Major General Joel Muriungi Arimi, joined the President in the launch, demonstrating Kenya Defence Forces' dedication to national development and environmental protection. The event brought together government agencies, county officials, and local communities united in conserving Kenya's vital forest ecosystems.
The Cabinet Secretary for Defense, Honorable Soipan Tuya, together with her education counterpart, Honorable Julius Migos Ogamba, presided over the groundbreaking ceremony of Nyamira University College, a constituent college of Kisii University in Nyamira County. Take a look.
The project, driven by a directive by His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, is set to expand access to quality higher education and drive socio-economic growth in Nyamira County. The Ministry of Defense, through the Kenya Defence Forces, will provide technical expertise to ensure the project's successful completion within the planned 10-month timeline. Honorable Tuya reaffirmed the Ministry of Defense commitment to national development through interagency collaboration, stating that the partnership is a testament to the shared commitment to deliver world-class infrastructure efficiently and transparently.
Nyamira University College will soon stand as a beacon of academic excellence, innovation, and community transformation.
The Deputy Governor of Nyamira County, His Excellency Dr. James Ondicho Gesami, stated that the project will boost access to quality higher education, further contributing to the region's economic growth and social development.
As part of ongoing efforts to strengthen regional stability, Kenya and France signed a defense cooperation agreement at the defense headquarters in Nairobi, marking a new chapter in strengthening bilateral relations between the two countries.
The agreement was signed by the Ministry of Defense, Cabinet Secretary Honorable Soipan Tuya, and the Ambassador of France to Kenya, His Excellency Arnold Sohuet. The agreement will see the two nations working closer together on intelligence sharing, maritime security, peacekeeping, and humanitarian assistance. Honorable Tuya commended France's ongoing support to Kenya's defense sector. She affirmed that the implementation of the agreement will be guided by joint planning and regular reviews to ensure it remains mutually beneficial for both countries. On his part, His Excellency Arnold Sohuet reiterated France's commitment to advancing shared goals with Kenya, particularly in regional stability and sustainable peace. The signing ceremony was witnessed by Chief of the Defense Forces, General Charles Kahariri, and the Commander of the French Armed Forces in Djibouti, Major General Sébastien Vallet.
Still on defense cooperation, the Kenya Defence Forces hosted a delegation from the Zimbabwe Defence Forces for a benchmarking visit aimed at enhancing strategic cooperation at the Defense Headquarters in Nairobi. The visit focused on exchanging knowledge regarding defense strategy policy formulation and planning as part of ongoing efforts to promote professional exchange and strengthen bilateral military relations between the two forces.
Hosted by the Assistant Chief of the Defense Forces in charge of Operations, Doctrine and Training, Major General Frederick Leoria, the two-day benchmarking exercise focused on building stronger defense ties. Major General Leoria emphasized that the engagement strengthens the strategic capabilities of both forces by providing a valuable platform to exchange knowledge and best practices in policy formulation. Zimbabwe Defense Forces Air Commodore Kadenga expressed his appreciation, noting the valuable insights gained from Kenya Defense Forces, particularly on national disaster preparedness and cybersecurity. As part of their visit, the delegation also toured the Uhuru Gardens National Monument, where the delegation paid tribute to Kenya's fallen heroes and explored the nation's rich history. The visit underscores the shared commitment of Kenya and Zimbabwe to advancing defense diplomacy, deepening strategic cooperation, and fostering peace and stability across the African continent.
The Ministry of Defense has been lauded for its strong performance in the National Performance Contract Evaluation for the financial year 2024-2025. The annual exercise, marking its 21st cycle, assessed government ministries on their accountability and efficiency, conducted by the Public Service Performance Management Unit at the Defense Headquarters in Nairobi.
The Principal Secretary for National Government Coordination, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, led the Public Service Performance Management Unit team, praising the Ministry of Defense for its exemplary performance in past evaluations. Honorable Abdisalan commended the Ministry of Defense for its consistent performance, noting it as a benchmark for other government institutions. Representing the Principal Secretary for Defense, Dr. Patrick Mariru, Defense Administrative Secretary Isaac Masinde affirmed the ministry's commitment to results-based management and accountability, highlighting that the exercise serves as a learning opportunity to enhance future efficiency. The evaluation covered key result areas aligned with both military and civilian mandates, including financial stewardship, service delivery, core mandate, implementation of presidential directives, affirmative action in procurement, and cross-cutting issues.
The first phase of the Kenya Defense Forces nationwide recruitment drive concluded on 25th October 2025 with the Vice Chief of the Defense Forces, Lieutenant General John Omenda, expressing satisfaction with the exercise. The conclusion of this phase marks the beginning of another phase, which includes the recruitment of General Service Officer cadets, regular and graduate, specialist officers and tradesmen and women, set to begin in November 2025.
The exercise concluded with a visit from the Vice Chief of the Defense Forces to the Kikuyu Recruitment Center in Kiambu County, where he reaffirmed Kenya Defense Forces' commitment to integrity and professionalism throughout the recruitment process across the country. Addressing the successful candidates, Lieutenant General Omenda urged them to remain disciplined and dedicated as they embark on their military careers. Senior Recruiting Officer Lieutenant Colonel David Awonda congratulated the successful candidates, urging them to stay true to the calling and serve the nation with pride.
Actually, at the end of every recruiting process, we sit down the recruits and even those who did not make it, and we actually try to educate them on where they had problems and advise them on how to improve on those areas so that next time they don't have an issue that is repeating itself. Some of them are beyond them, but that they can actually rectify. We advise them either to seek medical attention for some of the ailments that can be sorted out so that next time they come out, then they are in good shape.
In a move to strengthen strategic partnerships and advance operational excellence among African land forces, the Commander Kenya Army, Lieutenant General David Keter, attended the second Land Forces Commanders Symposium 2025 in Kigali, Rwanda.
Hosted by the Rwanda Defense Force, the two-day forum brought together military leaders, defense experts, and key stakeholders from across Africa and beyond under the theme, Leveraging Land Forces Capabilities for Enhanced Implementation of Peace and Security Initiatives. The symposium highlighted the importance of bilateral and multilateral cooperation to ensure rapid and effective responses to crises, including conflict resolution, humanitarian assistance, and disaster response. Participants emphasized that strengthened collaboration among African defense forces will aid in addressing complex challenges such as terrorism and cross-border insurgency while enhancing collective operational capacity. In his address, Lieutenant General Keter highlighted on enhancing interoperability, promoting collaboration, and sharing best practices to address emerging and ongoing security challenges across the continent.
We take a short break. We'll be back in a moment.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is a worldwide campaign held each October to educate the public and organizations on the importance of digital security. It serves as a reminder that cyber safety is a collective responsibility, encouraging informed decision-making, stronger defenses, and continuous vigilance against cyber threats. This October, we move from awareness to action. Cybersecurity is no longer just an IT department's problem, but a national duty. From personal devices to business systems, every click, every password, every device is a potential frontline in the defense of our digital world. Each Friday, we'll share one actionable tip, concise, practical, and ready to use. Our social media updates every Monday and Wednesday will help keep cybersecurity top of mind, turning awareness into habit. Because cybersecurity isn't a seasonal sprint, it's a marathon of vigilance. This week's actionable tip: use multi-factor authentication everywhere. Even the strongest passwords can be stolen. Multi-factor authentication adds an extra lock, a code, fingerprint, or face scan that stops attackers cold even if they know your password. Enable it on your email, banking, and social accounts today. Together, let's safeguard our digital future. Small steps, smarter choices, stronger security.
Welcome back. The Kenya Navy successfully intercepted a non-registered doe seizing a methamphetamine consignment in Mombasa. The multi-agency operation, codenamed Bahari Safi, was conducted in coordination with the Regional Coordination Operations Center in Seychelles, Regional Maritime Information Fusion Center in Madagascar, and the Republic of Seychelles through maritime patrol aircraft.
Kenya Navy ship Shupavu intercepted the stateless vessel, which was carrying 1,024 kilograms of methamphetamine worth over 8 billion Kenya shillings. The multi-agency team led by Deputy Commander Kenya Navy Brigadier Sankale Kiswa stated that the intercepted vessel was suspected of being involved in narcotics trafficking.
A team of multi-agency officers have been able to carry out a thorough search and inspection where we have been able to find a huge consignment of narcotics weighing about 1,024 kilograms.
The vessel, along with its 6 crew members of Iranian nationals, were arrested and arraigned in court on Monday in Mombasa. The operation showcases the commitment of law enforcement agencies to combating transnational crimes within the Western Indian Ocean.
Earlier this week, the Chief of the Kenya Air Force Medical Services, Brigadier Dr. Patrick Kimata, led the Kenya Defense Forces personnel in commemorating this year's World Mental Health Day at the Defense Forces Wellness Center in Lang'ata. The event was jointly organized by Defense Forces Wellness Center, Defense Headquarters Compensation and Welfare, and the Military Wives Association of Kenya.
Held under the theme Access to Services, Mental Health in Catastrophes and Emergencies, the event sought to raise awareness and encourage open conversations on mental health within the military personnel. In his address, Brigadier Dr. Kimata urged soldiers to break the silence on mental health challenges, emphasizing that seeking help is a sign of strength and a step toward restoration.
Prioritize your mental health by staying connected, being physically active, and following routines.
He emphasized that there is no health without mental health, calling for collective action to support those affected by humanitarian crises and to combat stigma surrounding mental illness. The ceremony also marked Defense Forces Wellness Center 5th anniversary since its inauguration in 2020. Defense Forces Wellness Center Commandant Colonel David B. acknowledged that the center has been a vital resource in providing mental health services. He also commended the Military Wives Association of Kenya for their ongoing support in promoting wellness within the military community.
I will not forget to mention the support that we received from work. Asanteni sana.
We cross over to sports, where the Deputy Army Commander, Major General Mohammed Hassan, represented the Commander Kenya Army at the Commander Kenya Army Trophy Golf Tournament held at Ruiru Sports Club, which was organized by the Kenya Defence Forces Golf Association. The event was part of the Kenya Defence Forces Wellness Program, promoting physical fitness, mental well-being, and camaraderie among military and civilian participants.
In his address, Major General Hassan highlighted the tournament's role in developing physical, mental, and social strength, key qualities for military personnel. He thanked the sponsors and praised the golfers for their enthusiasm, sportsmanship, and discipline. Kenya Defence Forces Golf Association's chairperson, Brigadier Victor Kang'ethe, commended the strong turnout and friendly competition that attracted over 300 golfers. Major General Timothy Lekolol emerged as the overall winner in the tournament that was sponsored by Kingdom Bank, Isuzu, Sancom, and the Defence Forces Welfare Services.
The Defence Forces Amateur Boxing Association, DEFABA, emerged second overall after securing 7 medals at the African Zone 3 Boxing Championships held at Kasarani, Nairobi. The championships brought together 12 African nations and served as a key build-up event ahead of the upcoming continental and global competitions.
The medal haul for the team included 2 gold medals from Corporal Veronica Mbithe and Senior Private Frieza Anyango. Silver medals were claimed by Corporal Peter Abuti, Chris Ochanda, and Cynthia Mwai, while Sergeant Edwin Okongo and Corporal Abednego Chalo each secured a bronze medal. The FABA official, Colonel Martin Juguna, congratulated the team for their professionalism and impressive performance at the championships.
We hope and pray that we're going to have more depth in our team so that we can form a greater part of the team.
At the same time, the Kenya national team coach, James Wasao, praised the Kenya Defence Forces boxers for their discipline and determination.
Na hivi sasa najua na hakika napata gold kutoka kwao. Unajua ukiwa na nidhamu mambo yako inakuwa rahisi. Kwa hivyo wote wao nashukuru na napenda kufanya kazi nao maana nidhamu yao iko juu sana.
That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. We look forward to your feedback via our official social media platforms and your continued viewership next week on the Kenya Defence Forces Weekly Bulletin. I am Sergeant Patience Asambu. Goodbye.